I'm about to draw and paint while I listen to the new Frank Ocean album called Blond. I'm gonna be drawing through this the whole way through. I'm not gonna answer my phone if someone texts me. If this place starts burning down, I'm just gonna keep drawing till however long this album is done. I don't really know what I'm gonna draw going into it. I'm just gonna draw whatever the album makes me think of. Here's what we got. We're gonna be drawing and painting in this aquarelle watercolor block that I got when I was in Belgium like 4 years ago. These dusty ass paintbrushes I haven't used in a while. Moleskin, I don't know why I bought that out here. Here's the thing, the only drawing material I'm gonna have for this video is 4B pencil, which is pretty dark pencil. Unfortunately I don't have, like, my sharpener's back at home, but here's the challenge. I'm not gonna go get those other materials, I'm just gonna use what I have here. Everything else is just gonna be paintbrushes. This big paintbrush, what else do we got here? Dusty ass materials, dusty ass watercolor pen, dusty ass gouache. Yeah, the manufacturer for these are Reeves, if you're curious. I'll just put a link to all these materials in the show notes. Let's just get into this. You know, I had to start this out with something, and this is kind of the default shape I play with. After that, I put in your boy, because I got thinking about memes for some reason. Nike was a really good song, maybe my second favorite on the album out of many. Debated whether or not to put Harambe's name in this, but then I was like, okay, just do it. This is just a playground here. I'm just fooling around. There's no harm in doing that. Even that Donkey Kong look. Getting out the watercolor pan. I haven't used this shit in months, so it felt good to get back in that saddle. Mixing some blue and blacks with that Coca-Cola water. Very light washes. On the simian. Monkeys are simians, right? Or gorillas are simians? What's a simian? I don't know. Good God. Yeah, and this is the exact moment I heard Solo reprise with Andre 3000. Nuts. Wow. Alright, now we're getting pretty weird. Getting good and weird. I'm telling you, I wish I had my graphite. This is fucking awful. I just want to get some, see, if I use this ink, it's gonna melt right into everything. So I gotta wait for shit to dry. Or I guess I can work on dry spots already. Now this is when everything was all dried out, and I could use that Uniball pen to kind of fuck around with it and add layers to this mysterious character on the left. Looks a lot like D-Respect. Fucked it up. I don't want this line here. God, this song is long. Whew, this album's long. Getting the gouache out. Once the reds come into this, I think it gets to another level, and I think the drawing is it ends up being passable. were just interesting. Before it wasn't that interesting. I think after the red it got really interesting.
Dark.
Just really kind of laying it down wherever I wanted. I knew I wanted to make some kind of face out of it, but again, not having graphite fucked it all up.
Let's make a new rule that once this shit is, once the album's done, this painting's done. Oh man, I remember I used to do this in college. I used to drip. Why did I stop dripping? All right. I used to drip. That's the name of my new album. Don't get in your shorts.
Splash in that. My shorts are clean, bruh. Clean shorts. Coming way towards the end of this, so I did a few drips to indulge myself. Marked out a few faces with the ink. You don't want to work on wet on wet as a rule, but I did have a time restriction, so I just went for it. Ran for that finish line because I knew I was gonna have to stop at some point soon. Listening to that last Future Free, I think is the last track.
I gotta rush. I know it's almost done. Album's almost done.
Right here I threw on some more lines.
No.
Just wherever I could put them. No real rhyme or reason.
This song is amazing.
Holy shit. I thought initially that I wasn't going to talk about this album much, but it was incredible. Now I listened to Channel Orange and I liked that, but nowhere near the level of me liking this album. I do think a big component of that was that I wasn't around my TV or my computer, and I was able to just sit out here and told myself I had to listen to the whole thing front to back. My favorite tracks were, but this album, it had some great moments on it. This guy Frank Ocean is a genius, and here is the final drawing. I'm gonna do a play-by-play as if this is football. Had a tough time because I didn't have my crutch, which is my graphite pencil. I still can't find it. I'm looking around here on the floor, cannot find it. I think the red drips are really cool. I don't think the drawing started picking up until after I started doing after the Harambe jokes and until after the Harambe jokes, and I was able to just chill out and start experimenting. You know what it was? When the red came out. When the red came out, I think that's when shit got real for me. But I really enjoyed this drawing, and thank you for watching. If you listen to that album, let me know what you thought. I thought it was fucking incredible. Let me know what your favorite tracks were, all that stuff. If you're gonna make a drawing while listening to this, don't forget your pencil.
What I look like, a valet?
Keep it, it's yours.
Hmm?